Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are outside of Caliente, Nevada today, and we are out at the Oak Springs Trilobite dig site. It is a semi-developed BLM dig site specifically to come out and find yourself some trilobite fossils. Now, I anticipate doing quite well here. We've done trilobite digging before from Washington, Montana, Utah, and I got all the tools, and we're gonna head up into the hills and try to find some of these cool little fossils. I'm gonna show you what I'm bringing. We're gonna look around here. It's a pretty cool site that they've developed here up to this point, and I like seeing things like this. It's good. They got some pit toilets here. They got some signage about trilobites in case you don't know anything. We are going for these little guys right here. There will be photos of this sign up on the website, currently rockhounding.com, and you can read those there. It's very, very nice, but of course, over time, these places have a tendency to, well, they weather, they fade, those things, okay. Coming right around here, we got some maps of the area. Nothing too special. But there's a very well-established trail here. They used to have some good loner dig tools, I guess, but, well, they've seen better days. A couple of broken claw hammers, a dirty old glove. That ain't exactly gonna get it done. But that's where we're going. So there is a ton of very unhelpful videos about the Oak Springs Trilobite site. I want this to be maximum helpful. I'm going to show you the tools that you're going to want to bring. They don't have to be these exact tools. Well, it's windy. You know, they don't have to be these exact tools, but you should probably go for something somewhat similar. The trilobite fossils aren't super big. You can see people's discards here. Little 2-gallon bucket, a couple of screwdrivers, gloves, mini shovel, double flat chisels. Okay, this is Stanley Fatmax. That's I can't remember, but that allows you to do some double wedging with these. Rock hammers, obviously you don't need two, but unless there's two of you, and Sarah's around here somewhere. The Estwing burpee, we have the flat blade here. You can also use a brick hammer. That works pretty well. Big pry bar. You can see my big hex bar here. It's a biggie. Estwing gad, and then a fine collection tool bag. Let me show you what I have in here. I just replaced this because mine got lost. I left it somewhere. This is the Fisker's little hand trowel. Ziplocs, and there's some tin foil in here to wrap up your finds. These are awesome. We have Icon picks, okay? These come in a set from Harbor Freight. They're guaranteed for life. This is this little screwdriver that I like that I bent the tip on. Little fine picks. Jeweler's loop is in there, 10x jeweler's loop. Fine extraction, wooden, hardwood little tools if you want to scrape around something and not screw it up. We have a couple of dinner knives. I used to call these butter knives, but people have an opinion about that on the internet and want to correct you. But these are think of them as ultra-fine chisels, Sharpie. Don't worry about those. And then a file that is broken that I put a little chisel point on, thanks to my buddy Greg up there at the Stone Rose Fossil site up in beautiful Republic. So if you have all this stuff, you're going to be good to go here. So they have a pretty well established little path here, which is nice. The advice that has been given to me is once you walk your quarter mile out to the site to keep going, and that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of good information on the locality.
Spot.
Yeah, do you want to say that again, Sarah?
Oh.
What?
The only information on this spot is people who come out here and don't find anything because they don't know what they're looking for, and fossil hunters complaining that this exists.
Yeah, which is funny, you know, it always blows my mind that people want to enjoy something and watch their hobby die. Well, if you're here, you know that I don't land in that camp. So there will be GPS to this locality up on my website, link down in the description box down below, and I will do everything I can to show you the ins and outs of the Oak Springs Trilobite locality. It's very beautiful. Already, I don't know if I'd want to come out here on a hot summer day. I would probably hard pass on that. Fall, spring, pretty good. Check this thing out. Who needs Joshua Tree? What is this? National Park?
National Park.
National Park. Who needs that when you have this? Check that out. This is basically the end of the trail right here, and you can see in this shale, people have dug around. Okay, you can see people scraping around at the ground. This is very likely a mistake. Yeah, you might be able to find some little bits, and I'm sure there's even some partials that are decent mixed up in this, and these guys right here. So trilobites, they are interesting little guys that lived in the Cambrian. I think these are middle Cambrian here. I'm not a fossil expert. You want to talk about zeolites or thunder eggs? I can talk to you about that. I like these though, they're cool. So part of what you find is not them, but they're molted like exoskeletons or husks. Think of it, it's the husk of a trilobite. And I think it's like the dead ones are ones that have legs and the little husks are ones without. So it's kind of that simple because they like molted as it got bigger and left their outsides behind. Kind of like tarantulas do that, right, Sarah?
I don't know, like a snake?
I think they do. Anyways, so that's kind of what we're going after here. Now there is trilobites, and then you see people joke online, trilobits, because, well, they would eat each other and other things were eating them, and you're gonna find little broken bits. They're little, I can't think of the name right now. The little, I'll put a diagram up here. The little horn bits on them. Those things, you find a lot of those broken off. Also, real quick, I'm gonna stop walking here. Real quick, people will say there's plant fossils out here. I super disagree. Everything that I've seen is actually manganese dendrites. Manganese dendrites are not a fossil. They're just manganese. The dendritic form of it in sandstone, shales, rhyolites. You can get in a lot of stuff. Okay, we gotta head uphill. Sarah just pointed out we're getting into some more blocky material, which that's a good sign. Here we go, blocks. Somebody's breaking out blocks.
That's not the right material though.
Oh. No, that's like almost like a cap rock. Like it's over the top of it.
You're breaking out blocks, but not fossil bearing.
You can kind of see we ran out of shale. We're just kind of in this like loose rock, which is not what we want. You can kind of see the material starts to change. We start getting some more pieces of shale, and some of these areas with some larger shale we'll pick and start. Now this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a real hole with some big pieces sitting around it. Different hole, but blocks. And then you hit the blocks, what would it be? On the, how Sarah's doing there, so that you develop a natural fracture in the rock. The chisels and all that stuff, it's for breaking this big stuff out. What she's doing, tapping on it. If there's a trilobite in that piece of shale, it's going to want to split on that natural weak point, and then you're going to get the halves. That's kind of the concept behind all of this, regardless of the location. If you're at UDig Trilobite or any of the other ones, that's kind of the concept here. Except, I mean, UDig is sweet. You should go check out UDig if you want Trilobite. That's like,
Go check out our video there.
yeah, go check out the video. It's shooting fish in a barrel. Wow, I got a bug in my mouth. Ugh.
Come here in the shade, Laika. Over here. In the shade. Not in the sun. No. No.
It's a good block for Sarah. There's one, pulling some of these out for you.
Oh.
So basically, you do this for enough hours and you find stuff. That's the way fossil hunting works when you're looking through shale. Yeah, you can also do the whole like go around, just like flip every rock, because statistically speaking there's like 1 billion rocks here and people didn't find everything. We're not going to find everything, and you can definitely do that, but it's people. I saw a video of people coming out with like claw hammers and just like being like, I didn't find anything. That's not how this works. You gotta have a bunch of stuff. It's a big thing. All right, I'm gonna work. We're gonna work, and I'll show you when we come up with something good. Nothing. The correct material, correct everything. And this is why people don't make fossil videos, really, as opposed to just going out and being like, check it out, another agate. Because this is a lot of work and it's hard to turn into exciting content. So many of these pieces just, yeah. They don't want to fracture, and I'm assuming they don't want to fracture because there's nothing in them. But at least the fresh material is good, I guess. Try to scoop this out and get some blocks going. See this ledge in here? This I think is good. I just got to get under it, which means I got to scoop out everything I'm kneeling on. It's a whole process. We found one thing that's not great so far. Sarah's starting to walk back. Different hole. We've moved a couple of times trying to figure this place out. Sarah found this hole. I've been pulling blocks. And I got a nice big healthy stack of blocks here for her to split blocks.
Okay.
If there are no trilobites in that, I'm going to be a little bummed out. Like, is inspecting my work. It's hard, you know. If you want like trilobites from every different locality in Utah, let's say. Some I feel like are just so easy. They're so easy. Some trilobite places are very, very easy, and then places like this seem less easy. But that big fresh stack of blocks, there's got to be at least a little guy in it, right? Little guy?
I hope so.
Oh, hold on. Okay, what were you just saying? Hold on, stop hammering for a sec.
I think if the BLM is going to designate a fossil spot or a rock hounding spot, it should be a really easy one. Because I mean, a lot of things we read on the internet, people are like, yeah, you come here and it's great, it's pretty, and I didn't find anything.
It is pretty.
But there's a lot of places where stuff is really easy to find.
All of Utah and all of Nevada is pretty.
Yeah.
Well,
or they should warn you of the
Salt
work.
Lake City and Vegas, not so pretty.
Oh.
All of the natural areas are quite pretty, though.
Yeah. I think people have wrong expectations and then they get disappointed. Why would you want to disappoint people? BLM.
Real quick note thing. Okay, this 36-inch hex bar is a must-have at this locality. I kind of wish I had. There's a bar that I can't remember the name. It's Geo Tools. They sell it. It's a 36-inch hex bar, and it's called the Wizard. And it's pointy on one end, and then it's got like a weird like anchor hook basically on the other, so that you can rock blocks out. If we do much more shale busting, I think the Wizard bar is in my future. The Wizard bar.
Yeah.
What's the next major holiday?
Veterans Day.
That's not a... You can't give me a Wizard bar for Veterans Day. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Wizard bar.
Good girl.
Some of them split so good, and you just get... I don't know about this site. My optimism is fading. Show me all of your trilobites. Yeah, so all those blocks kind of... We went through them all. We're not doing something right here. I know that much. We have all the tools. We have all the experience. If there's trilobites here at this exact hole, we would have found them. We would have found them pulling fresh blocks. Sarah's been poking around in other holes. They're not here, but they're here, right? So we're doing something wrong, and we're gonna put some of the big heavy tools back. We are going to start combing the hills. We haven't even found really a bit. We found like some super like not important minuscule little fossil bits. Man, this is definitely tougher than what I was anticipating. This is, unless I am totally missing something, which somebody hopefully down in the comments will mention what exactly I'm missing. This is not it. This is like end game fossil hunting, in my opinion. Sarah, your opinion?
This isn't a good... I'm not sure this is the spot to recommend people go fossil hunting.
You dig trilobites. That's where you go. You go buy. You go spend the money. Okay. Big heavy tools going back. Prospecting time. Let's go. So this is things that people found and left. And this is just like some random rock. Trying to see if we can learn anything from...
These are the ones with something in them.
The discards here.
That's my little pile of things.
Okay, so there's like the head of one.
Yeah.
And there's a little piece right there. And there's the other half of that little piece. In the old dig tool box, there is a fragment. We'll look at that. Wait, there we go.
Okay. That's a good one.
I don't know if that's part of a trilobite. That'd be massive.
Something.
Okay. I mean, that's exactly what we were looking at. That's not helpful. There's a little piece. There's a little piece.
Way.
Now we're lightweight and we're gonna walk around. Here's the thing, that feels like a big failure. I'm on the screen right now, you're looking at a map with our track that we walked, overlaid the geological layers, and you can see we were right on the edge of the shale layer. So we're kind of more in the alluvial. So we're gonna just hike now. We're gonna hike. If you know what we did wrong, man, I am all ears, but We have approximately an hour left of light. Definitely getting up higher, near the top of this thing. Not finding anything. The realities of rock hounding. You can have all the experience, all the tools, all the, I don't know, all the drive, still come up empty-handed. But I don't feel like you should be coming up empty-handed at like designated spots, really. You know, like in our experience, and Sarah was just talking about this, when you go to a spot that, I don't know, like we'll take Little Glass Butte in Oregon, right? You can just, like, there's tons of obsidian, right? That place will never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, get picked over by humans with hands. Now, machinery is a totally other thing, but we didn't even find a speck, right? So that makes me really think that we were just in the wrong place. Thoughts, Sarah?
I mean, it didn't seem like the wrong place. Somebody else thought it was the right place.
But as we know,
times.
a good example, Little Natchez in central Washington. Some of the rock hounding guidebooks published the wrong GPS, and people dug holes in the wrong location, massive holes, looking for rock. And then people kept jumping in them. So just because there's diggings, just because there's a big hole, doesn't mean you're in the right place.
Nobody was taking 100%.
Yeah, we're finally back in shale, much higher up. And it looks exactly the same as this stuff did back down below. Here's a hole somebody worked at some point. Somebody is trying, I mean, you can see, you don't have to get down very far up here. There's just like the smallest layer of dirt covering this stuff. Well, that was the greatest thing ever. Definitely come here, 100%, Trilobites forever.
We came here and wasted a little bit of time, so you don't have to.
Well, I mean, part of this is you get to watch what we're doing, learn from that experience, and then piggyback on it. And especially piggyback on the comments down below this video. I'm sure some people will chime in with some excellent advice. And we will definitely be coming back here. I'm excited for the future return trip. And we'll be definitely getting some trilobites then, even though we didn't really find any this time.
Yeah, everybody's got to give us some tips.
Yeah, please help us. Please help us. Okay, well, let's take a quick little view of this beautiful high desert as the sun sets, because it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. We got about 15 minutes of light left, and we tromped off trail, so we got to navigate back, and we will catch you in the next video, everybody.